Yeah. Well, people like us get the ordinance done. That's not bad.
Why are you concerned?
Yeah, it can become a ballot stand.
Thanks. I don't know at all. And it's certainly not, you know, I'm.
Split
If
the
the
axle.
county, there's not in the county so far, I mean, we had county. So I'm not gonna name the counties, but I'm here.
Remember the old guy that lived up there?
Up to A-frame? No.
As far as you know, just bring that fine.
Oh, yeah.
As far as
The
I
lady
know,
goes way up the
county.
county.
Yeah.
Well, no, we bought county.
It's a lead there.
He had a house fire many years ago.
Yeah.
Stove upstairs. He was
Why go
good
on?
friends with Roger Sauer.
Especially if people were gonna.
Yeah,
Yeah.
You know,
I know what you mean, yeah.
yes, that's where he's at.
It's an interesting dynamic for sure.
Wonder if shoes place has gotten any bids on it.
Yeah.
Jim Bond said, what did you do? 15,000 an acre.
It was five 39, I think, for the place and 26 acres.
26, okay.
But then there was an option to buy like another 30 acres
I
or
was gonna say, I thought it was like close to 60 acres, I think.
Yeah, total.
Yeah, when we went to the
Jim's
case.
having a fit because he's afraid somebody will buy it. Maybe somebody on house stuff, you know, the different size of it. And on the back side, it runs right up to the woods there. And then he got that other property there in the woods.
You had a
Here, 2 years ago. Yeah.
Okay.
So he owns everything, and that's the only thing. That fact that he was on that trip down to the air show, and he was telling me about it. I didn't know she died.
Oh, yeah. I know, right?
He did say
It looks nice. I've never seen it. It's not nice.
Well, he was worried that there's enough property there, they could somebody can get a few
Yeah.
months off. Get them permits, that's might be.
No, that's,
Up in the hills there.
yeah. Yeah, I mean, it looks like Chuck's lawn out there all the time.
Who would have guessed?
Yeah.
That's a horrible reputation. Yeah, horrible reputation.
No, it was a case for.
Yeah, I didn't know they owned it. Oh, I didn't realize. Yeah, it looks nice setting. I go to work almost every day. It looks nice.
Yeah, it's nice.
I said that when you get a meeting,
Yeah.
or somebody there.
But it's what happens on the inside. How you feeling, Jeff? Okay? You look regular.
Well, after 2.5 weeks of chemo and radiation and then 8 hours on the table, they got the tumors and resected my colon and did all that
Are you
stuff.
clear at this point, did I think?
As far as I know, I mean, I haven't even been back for follow-up yet.
Oh, okay.
It's only been, what's that, 8 days.
Okay.
And I'm in some research, I'm in some clinical trial where they tried something a little different.
What was that, was the resection?
Well, yeah, normally they would give you an ostomy, which is a
Yeah.
They have this device that they're trying out. There's 20 of us down there, there's 80 of us across the country. My surgeon called me and said that'd be a candidate for it.
Oh,
So I decided to go with it.
okay.
And what they did is they reconnected it right then, they cut the piece out. And then this special drain goes in, it's hooked up to some kind of monitoring computer.
Okay.
And then they can monitor the fluid discharge. If there's
Okay.
anything that isn't supposed to be in it,
Okay.
it notifies the research team.
That's crazy. They
It's-
can do it.
Well, and this was robot assisted. I mean, Yeah.
Where did you have it done? Where did it serve?
John Hopkins.
Okay.
That's who's been
That's
doing all
good.
my cancer
Yeah.
stuff.
Yeah,
Jeff, keep your spirits up. My mother-in-law had it done when she was 85, and she's now 95.
Is that-
Is that
Yeah,
right?
so just,
Yeah. See, I the first go round.
she had the same thing.
I
The
remember.
first go
when you-
round, the tumors were on the inside.
Yeah.
This time, the tumors were on the outside of the colon. That's made it different.
Yeah, she-
I think they're all difficult.
Yeah. So they got the tumors they were going after.
Well, good for you.
That's all that
Good or
matters.
bad?
Yeah.
It's not sounding
Yeah,
at least,
like they used to.
we hope.
We don't have any plans. Should be quick.
Okay.
Yeah, that makes everything.
Well,
That makes a 9 o'clock meeting instead of a
Just
30
go.
meeting.
Now call the July meeting of the Huntington Township Planning Commission to order. You have public comment on the agenda items? Not hearing any. Approve the minute, I need approval of the minutes of the July 22nd meeting. Has everybody had a chance to review the minutes?
Yeah, I have a change. Sorry to be late on that. Under second page, other topics discussed were item 1, says should the AI ordinance, that should read should the data center ordinance, we don't have any AI ordinances. And with that, I'm okay with it.
Okay, with that correction, is there any other corrections? Not entertain, I'll entertain a motion to accept the minutes as corrected.
I'll make that.
Motion made by Tom, is there a second? Second. Second by Marlon, all in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. Kyle, if you need to slow me down or anything, just.
No, you're good. That was, Tom, that was page 2, item 1.
Yes,
And it was AI, but you'd like it to be data center.
yes.
Okay, then we're good.
Okay.
Okay, Scott?
Engineer zoning report, 8 permits were issued in June. A single-family home, home addition, 2 pole buildings, a greenhouse and a deck. And 2 grading and erosion control plans are being reviewed. All that is detailed in the information I gave you. The zoning hearing board met July 15th for 300 Mud Run Road. The zoning hearing board determined that no variance was required. I received a complaint.
But before you go, what was that issue, Scott?
The agricultural conservation zone allows only so many residential lot subdivisions, depending on the lot size, up to 2 acres. And they determined that it can be more than 2 acres as long as no more than 2 acres of that lot is residential use.
Okay.
The remainder of it can be agricultural use, and it still meets the ordinance.
Okay, thank you.
Animal and junk complaint for 328 Goodyear Road. I'm working with the homeowner on that, addressing those issues. Ongoing, the noise complaint at York City Social Hall, I'm still working with the neighbor and the owner on that. And the ongoing drainage issue at 8164 Carlisle Pike, I'm still working with Township Engineer John Stambaugh on that, John Shambaugh on that. Street and sidewalk ordinance, that is also included in your information I left for you.
And you made the correction we asked for last month,
Yes.
or addition? It was.
Yep.
Yep.
Under sidewalks, section 21-105, letter G. Parking
Okay.
on sidewalks is prohibited.
All right,
And also, under the motor vehicle code, there's the last sheet I have for you there, section 15, under no parking areas. I have adding, under A, item B, that be parking on sidewalks is prohibited.
okay, so you did it in two places?
Yes.
Okay.
The zoning ordinance update is ongoing, and Andrew Merkel was not able to be here tonight. And currently, there are no subdivision land development plans under review.
Okay.
There's no new business.
Correct.
So we go on to old businesses, streets and sidewalk ordinance update. Which, you just talking about that. So we need to pass that, and review it, and then pass it back to the supervisor.
Yes. Well, you reviewed it.
Yeah, I consider that. I would argue we reviewed it. We reviewed it in 3 separate meetings, and the last review was add the no parking. Yeah, but if somebody wants more time to review it, fine. I mean, I'm done reviewing
You need
Send it to them.
it.
You need a motion?
We
to-
need a motion.
Yeah, we need a motion.
All right, I'll make the motion that we send it forth to the supervisors recommending for adoption.
I'll second it.
Okay, motion by Jeff, second by Cody. All those in favor say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved.
I'll need a separate motion for zoning ordinance chapter 15. The last sheet I have regarding the motor vehicle code.
Oh, okay. I thought that was included in this, but it's separate.
It's a separate reference.
Okay, got it. Okay, I'll make a motion that we recommend to the supervisor, pass that on to the supervisors and recommend their adoption of the motor vehicle code as changed.
Section 15.
Yes, 15-01. If you need to know, Kyle, it's on the last page.
Very last
Yeah.
sheet.
15-301.
Yep,
Yep.
so I'll make the motion that I'll move that for approval to the supervisor.
I'll second it. Motion made by Tom, second by Marlon. Is there any questions about that?
No.
All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
Opposed? So moved. All right.
It can't be done.
So we'll move. Guess we're about done.
Well, any other comments?
I guess I'll open up the floor to public comments.
Just a quick one. What are we all gonna do that we have all this time this evening, since Andrew Merkel isn't here, discussing the data center info? So that is it.
I assume that's rhetorical, right?
Yeah.
It's a rhetorical question.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, I have a question about the variance that was talked about at the zoning hearing board. Taking a 50-acre farm and splitting it in 3 lots, which according to them was okay as long as they didn't build on any more than 2 acres on that lot. That was my understanding, am I correct?
That's my understanding as well.
So, how many lots could they split that farm into?
The parent tract, I think, was around 50 acres. They could have up to 4 new lots, including the parent tract.
Okay,
So they're proposing
3,
2 new lots.
right, 2 new ones, 3 total. Okay. How do you determine that? Is that a percentage of
No, it's,
total acreage or?
it's based on the chart in the zoning ordinance.
Yeah, it's a slide, like a sliding scale. based on the acreage and permitted lots.
Okay, so suppose someone had 14 acres, how many,
They
could they
could
split a
have-
lot off of that?
Yes, they could have three lots in the Parent Tract
Up 2 acres apiece.
for
Wait a minute,
residential use.
Okay.
so wait a minute, 14 acres could have how many lots?
3.
Up to three.
So a 14 acre lot could do the same thing as a 50 acre lot. Am I understanding that?
No.
Ain't that what you just told me?
No. With 50 acres, it's 4 plus the Parent Tract.
Okay,
It's 31 to 60 acres. 11 to 30 acres is 3 plus the Parent Tract.
Okay.
okay, so it's one
One more.
Yeah.
One
It's a
lot.
sliding scale.
Yeah.
one lot difference.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay, that's all I was, just trying to figure out where that determination is coming from.
Yeah, it's a chart and zoning ordinance.
Okay. I thought it was a percentage, like it's a scale.
It's a chart.
Okay, that's all I was wondering, thanks.
Paul?
I was a party to that decision because I was a neighbor. And the discussion during the meeting was that the ordinance was so vague that the solicitor made this determination. And I would like to ask you guys to look at that ordinance and see if that is what you want today, because it was done in 2009, I think.
okay.
Okay, and that also adds to what I was saying, because not once did I hear anything about a sliding scale.
But,
So-
but it is in the ordinance,
Okay, but I'm sitting in a zoning hearing board,
and they didn't say that.
two attorneys,
Okay.
people of the community, the neighbors, and I do not remember hearing anything.
You mean in that
So-
discussion?
Exactly,
Okay.
so.
That
I
wasn't
was-
part of the variance request. The
Well-
number of lots was not part of the variance
Right,
request. It was
so
the-
that's why it really
the
didn't even
size of
make
the
sense
lots.
why they were there, right? I
Yes.
mean, kinda, that's why they were kinda confused on why there was a variance to start with, am I understanding
Well,
that?
for an ag conservation zone, I would say that 3 lots and a 14 acres is kind of a lot for, I mean,
Yeah, I have the same reaction. but-
so if we have, a 14 acre piece and we can build 3 houses in there, that could be a lot of houses in this township.
Yeah,
That's
which-
almost subdivision. Right, I mean, I could understand 1 or 2, but I think 3, because that would be 6 acres.
Well,
That's almost half of the,
We'll be looking at.
we'll look at it. There's
This
nothing
year.
else we can do now. The zoning hearing board made a determination,
Yeah.
and we will look at it as directed. Now, Paul, I'd like you to make that motion at the next supervisor's meeting,
Okay,
instead of just telling us here, but we can start on it.
I will do that.
Thank you.
We'll, this coming year and probably part of next year, we'll be working on redoing the zoning ordinance, and that's some of the things we can look into.
is it your opinion that it, like what I said, that's a lot for, or are you thinking not enough? Which way?
My opinion is that was not initially what the ordinance was supposed to do. The 2 acres was supposed to be limiting
Housing
agriculture acres being taken out of agriculture
Because-
for a 5 acre lot with a big house and a lawn.
Right, so what happens, my question would be is, they're getting this approval based on, they got 10, I wasn't there, let's say it's a 10 acre lot. They can only use 2 of it for residential and the rest of it's gotta be farm. Say they sell that in 2 years to somebody else, are the new owners required to that? Or can they go in and do
Can the new owner?
what they want after
One
that?
of them lots later on, take and split that up into more lots?
Sure.
Yeah,
Okay,
no.
and that's
Okay.
because,
No, they can't, it's part of the plan restriction.
Yeah, it's,
It would carry
Once
over. I
it's
mean, in all
done-
fairness, we're usually here till 9 o'clock, it's a quarter after. If we
Yeah, but-
wanna dialogue a little bit, I
But
think.
we're not reviewing.
I think we got some time.
Well, but we have to review it.
I know,
well,
but we're gonna anyway.
yes, we do, but I may wanna do something now, because this may affect me.
Before it happens, yeah. Like, get in now, like that same thing I'm thinking, I
This
know
is
where
why
there's 7
I'm,
acres.
this is why I'm asking,
Yeah.
because what I saw at that meeting is not how I understood things should be
Yeah,
working.
it's not enough info in that
Well,
to take care of
If
it.
anything is submitted, we have to take it for whatever is submitted before us, and then we determine if it meets the zoning requirements of the ordinance in place at the time.
Which,
Yeah.
I just wanted to, the zone, I look it up on the internet, I'm just wondering what the breakdown was on the land, like how much land for how many lots they could do.
That's in the, it's in the
Yeah,
zoning.
that's what I mean,
ordinance.
I'll look it
Yes.
up, thank you. Just curious.
I mean, I'm not saying we should be keeping people from, because I've talked throughout the years to people that actually bought lots for that purpose, and maybe they're not even being farmed. Some of them are wood lots, they're not being farmed, so they're not really, you're not losing farmland, you know? And I don't really think the farming aspect should be as important as maybe how many buildings there can be, or how many new homes can be. You understand what I'm saying? Because just because a farmer owns a bunch of land, he can put 6 of his kids on his farm. What about the person who only has 20 acres and has 6 kids, you know? So,
Yeah, the original intent, and I think Paul might back this up, but we were looking at, you have a farm, you have a big farm, and instead of chopping it up in, well, like we see it done, chopping up in big pieces and just ruining it. Where you save the farm ground and keep some 2-acre lots out, develop one, and the rest of it remains in usable farmland.
Right, and that was our understanding, but they didn't do that. They got 10
yeah,
acre
they
chunks.
they weren't really looking at it that way, but if there is a scale, it's set, then that's, you know, as long as they're in those parameters, it's okay. I was just,
We're gonna have to look into that in detail,
Yeah,
fine tune it.
because my concern is that if it gets sold and the next guy doesn't, he may want to do something different with the other 8 acres that's supposed to be farmed.
Mhm.
Can we stop him from that?
yeah, so you're
What's-
saying he
what's on?
can't, right? You're saying he can't do that?
according to the ordinance, it has to remain in agricultural use.
And that would go to any owner from here on out.
Yeah.
Once that's recorded, then.
Okay.
One other thing I'd like to add, that we're looking at today that we didn't in that time frame was Amish families coming in this area looking for 30, 40 acres.
Okay.
Yeah, we have one, down on 234, there's a family down there. Yep.
Just, thanks for bringing that up. I meant to ask you, I attended the hearing and recorded it, and Attorney Teeter dismissed the variance hearing because they didn't have enough information about where the septic systems were going to be located, and the setback housing. Was this ever was 300 Mud Run Road ever discussed here at a meeting? I don't remember it. So is that the usual procedure that someone can go with little information and get a variance? If we didn't have Attorney Teeter, who was very good, and just have something approved, and then they come back to say, well, this is what we're doing now. It just seemed backwards to me.
Well, they get the use, generally the zoning is to get the use approved,
Mhm.
and then they come back in here, and then we go through the technicalities of the subdivision requirements that need to be met. So, if they can't meet the use, they're dead in the
No
water.
point looking at
They're
it.
dead in the water, they can't even move forward with the plan.
Yeah, I was surprised that they would waste the money of the person, the property owner, having an attorney come in here and waste the time of all the hearing to find out that it's dismissed because they don't have enough information. So that's just my comment.
Yeah,
Yeah, good comment.
Yeah.
Yes.
Good evening, James Hitchner. Our family lives down in Union Township, but I've purchased property in Huntington Township earlier this year over on Old Harrisburg Road. So I apologize, I'm late to the discussion, and I don't really have a background about the topic of the data center. But I was notified by some of my neighbors over there on Harrisburg Road who seem a little unclear and actually have me concerned as far as what that discussion either has been about or will be about. And Mr. Merkel is the person that might have that information. And do you mind bringing, pardon me, up to speed, or if there's a different forum I should talk to you later?
You want me to? Yeah, you want?
Yeah, so thanks for being here. So we have started a discussion to understand where we might look at a use for a data center, because the law provides that we need uses for anything in the township. We're not a good township for data centers for a lot of reasons. So
Yeah, that's
So-
what I saw.
yeah, so we've had the discussion, we're not anywhere near a decision. And my expectation, just to be clear, first of all, to any of our knowledge, and I'm also on the county planning commission, no one has proposed a data center in our county. To our knowledge, the planning commission of the county, no one has proposed a data center in our township. So, however, we have to be concerned that if we don't have an ordinance, that they could come in and put it anywhere, because we haven't provided for it under the law. So our goal was to, at the direction of the supervisors, was first work on an ordinance.
To get ahead of this.
Absolutely get ahead of it,
And
yes.
more of the language of protection of
Yes,
the land.
that's correct, that's correct.
Trying to be proactive.
So,
Thank you.
so we are,
And to draw the lines of where that proposed area.
I think when my neighbors saw this overlay
Yeah.
and hadn't been, there's no communication to any of them
and
about.
we've not reached a conclusion.
Yeah.
Just
That's
to be
why
clear.
And that's why there hasn't been anything.
But would they be contacted before a conclusion is
Yes.
reached? I guess is that.
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
yeah, it's a change in the zone.
It would be
Yes.
advertised.
Yeah.
It'd be a hearing.
It'll be
Absolutely.
advertised as a hearing.
It would be advertised as a
Yep.
hearing.
Okay.
So, our
Which
goal-
isn't always the best, so it's best to come in and attend the meeting.
yeah.
Because
good
it's
to come in.
usually out on the board or a small snippet in the Gettysburg Times,
Right.
so
I think they actually saw some publication in the Lancaster,
Lancaster Farmer
Farmer,
probably, yeah.
that's where they got their information, I think is right.
But one of the reasons, the little blue spot down there in the bottom corner, which is
Bottom-
where
bottom
that, right where you're at, yeah.
Mhm.
Are you in that spot? Are
He
you
is in that spot.
Yeah.
That's the only two commercial spots we have in the whole township. So that's why,
As of now.
that's why our thought process is that it be down there, because it's really already for that kind of stuff.
For commercial kind
For
of stuff.
commercial
I would
stuff,
argue
right.
it's not.
For commercial
It's not
kind of
for a
stuff,
data
correct.
center.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Right.
yeah.
Because we're basically talking about two farmers who have significant land.
Correct.
And they're currently farming that information.
Correct.
Yeah.
And then the neighboring land is the one that I own,
Okay,
and we have a crop lease on it, so.
Yeah.
okay.
For how far the overlay was.
Yeah, so just to be clear, there is no overlay. We've had a couple discussions, and we will continue to have
That's
those
just
discussions.
proposed at the time. There's nothing,
We haven't even proposed it.
no,
No.
Yeah.
well,
We've talked about it,
amongst ourselves
Yeah,
on the
yeah.
board here.
but
we
there's no
talked about
formal
it.
proposal for that to be the overlay.
The overlay process is first, and we're doing that now, so we can be proactive and get ahead of the, the whole thing.
So one doesn't end up somewhere where it
Someone
doesn't
don't
make any sense at all.
say, hey,
Yeah.
Right, right, I think
Yeah.
that's the encouraging part that I'm
Trying to
hearing.
stop
Yeah.
it.
Yeah.
And then,
Trying to put something in place.
Thank you.
and in the process, like I said before, we're working on the zoning ordinance revamp, which we'll work that in, incorporate that in the final process later on this, I don't know if it'll be any more by the end of the year, but probably next year.
It's a lot happening at one time.
It is.
So if you wanna know, here's the meeting you wanna be at.
Yes.
Thank you.
I had
Okay.
one small comment. I thought Andy was gonna be here. I was doing a little research on data centers since last meeting. And they're actually putting them on the sides of houses now. They're about the size of a semi-large AC heat pump unit. It's a company called SPAN, S-P-A-N. So I don't know if that's something we need to think about too.
We do.
You know, they're gonna find ways around this one way or another, and I'm not saying that's a bad thing or a good thing,
Mm.
but
Right.
that may be something as we're doing these ordinances that, these companies don't come in and offer, big checks to people, and then every house all the way up the street and everyone in Flowing Springs has got a, a 15-foot data center mounted on the side of their house. So I saw that's a new thing coming out. Just wanted to put that snippet of information.
Yeah, data centers are shrinking, they're not all gonna be 700 acres. And so that is something we have to be aware of. And we are.
Anybody else have any comments? Anybody else on the board?
No.
Nothing here.
This is a short meeting.
It's a record.
Yeah. Next meeting of the supervisors is August 13th. It's a Thursday night, and the planning commission next meeting is August 24th.
Make sure you have the next one.
Um,
I'm gonna take notes on what
She's gonna be upset
I'll enter.
that he gets minutes.
I'll entertain the motion to adjourn.
I'll make that motion.
I'll second it.
Motion made by Cody, second by Tom. All in favor, say aye.
Aye.
So moved.
So our homework is to look at the ordinance that supervisors will officially have us. What's the number? Yeah.
Smart intelligence in the town.
Scott, what's the number on the ordinance? That's our homework.
It looks like a split hand. Yeah, it looks like the part first.
I agree.
Well, they have a lot of prices.
Right.
Yeah, I think
27-505.
Thank you.
We've had a few days here, we should not have had this time of year, so we got used to it.
Right,
Bandwidth in the area. We're never.
Yeah, but I don't wanna wish
Yeah, because nobody wants to do it. so-
That's a very minor scale, but.
It almost looks like a split unit, like, that's what we modeled them after, that size, where we perspectives, people can pick up.
We can't do it.
Well,
Do they know? Sewer district is not. Preservation. Ag secure.
Is that D-Ham's old farm?
Yeah.
If they don't sell it, you'll never.
It's more of a-
A lot of money. First thing it told me. I think
So was that the place, was that the place that had the well, they were gonna tear it down. Yeah, they did. I've been down that way.
Yeah.
Well, that's one of the things, which is something, we can't change that. There was some. There was a problem also.
Yeah, the old schoolhouse.
They were gonna tear it down.
So many, too many. That's what the law was. Like every time we go around that way, it's like, well, something.
I think
they all got letters that by March, 75% of them are gonna be without power. They're transferring their.
Yeah, maybe we got one, I don't know.
So then they got, I guess there's some rule that requires. basically.
There's something. Again, a little deeper than you want sometimes. Just ask me, I'm happy to do it. Anything you want to do. Yeah. I don't necessarily think. Yes. Yeah, I got it. Fair enough. You're still alive, so you can take it. Did he really? So we're done? We can't, or can we bring up the case? We're talking about the junkyard on gun. Oh. Because it violates some state laws too. That's what we're talking to Andy about.
I hear.
It just, nice and cool evening. I can't see much of it, it's getting the road up.
I know.
I'm in that way.
Well, go. It's ugly. Well, getting ugly.
Chuck and Courtney were up here at Eric Spurgeon's place.
Where's that?
You know where they complain about fields running
Oh.
all over the place.
That just
They were
sounds
saying,
horrible.
they were saying how they just shit in parts. I haven't been up that way either.
I don't think I've ever been up there.
And,
Not something anybody wants, but.
I guess that lives beside her.
You have to generate your own power. Through, let's say solar, or you have to get an individual basis.
That's where that number thing goes.
And when they went up there,
They'll give you a smart solar panel, they'll give you a
I
bunch of
can't
stuff.
believe there's not more that can be done. And not only by us, we're very, there's nobody more limited than we are. Yeah, which, I can't believe the research, I can't believe there's not more. If it were me, I'd sue it. I'd file
that's the only way they're gonna get.
Yeah, that's what I thought. Now, it's easy to say that, you have to pay attorney fees, and that can get expensive really fast. But I don't see, when I look at this, I don't see another way to stop it. I really don't. Because we're so limited, and if the guy's so obstinate. Did you notice the grass was cut on the grass house on 94?
So that's why.
Yeah.
I saw it
They
cut.
didn't do a very good job. but
It
they
doesn't
liked
matter.
But they liked it all.
It doesn't matter.
That's right.
We're not
Well,
looking
now,
for perfection.
was that as a result of the request? Does anybody know?
I don't know. I don't know. But it's kind of, see it. All right, take care. But it's the kind of stuff that happens.
I know.
Before
Yep, thank you.
before you have to set the whole township on
I know.
fire. Yeah.
I know.
It's about the 2 acre, I mean, well, you can be around and bog, and, we worked in that back.
Well, if my memory's correct, when that was written, they were selling those mansions and 10 acres out on
Old
east of
15.
Gettysburg.
Yeah, old
Yeah.
15, some of them.
Yeah.
Yeah, out there on the labor property.
Yeah.
Okay, so, did you know about that before it went to the zoning hearing board? Because we didn't.
I did.
Out to the
He
public?
gave me,
You guys.
or I got paperwork on it because I was.
Because you're a neighbor,
Neighbor,
okay.
yes.
That's the only reason.
Yes.
You didn't find out as a supervisor?
No.
No, I didn't hear nothing about it.
Because we were wondering, even to Marie's point, can we get that in front of us somewhere along the way? Because, pardon me?
We don't know squat.
Yeah, you don't know, we don't know.
That's what I mean, yeah.
The thing down at the golf cart track, we never seen that.
You're exactly right.
Stopped
Yeah.
something.
I know,
Yeah.
I mean, I.